Hola clase, these are your video instructions for viernes, Friday, el 9 de abril, April 9th. Today, it is important that you begin your quarter 3 grade reflection so you're aware of anything that you need to do to improve your grade and you're in control of what that looks like when it posts onto your transcript. When you open what I've posted here, it says Q3 grade reflection. You'll see a link here to all the assignments. This is not how you find the grade. This is just so if you find that you need to go back and complete work, everything is listed for you in one spot and you can follow those links. I give you an average of 3 assignments per week and they only take 5 to 15 minutes to complete each, which means that you can catch up or redo anything that you need to. I'd like to show you how to find grades. For that, if you look on the left side of any of the class Canvas pages, you'll see this tab Grades. When you click on that, it'll bring you to, mine says Grades for Test Student. Yours will say Grades for and have your name right here. I would change this from due date to module. And then you can look down the list by module, so they'll be in order of the module number. When you see it say out of 0, then that was just graded for complete or incomplete. You can just ignore those. They're not going to affect your grade at the moment. Just look down until you get to ones that have a 4. If you have a dash next to them, that means that it is not graded. You need me to grade it. You should let me know that there's a missing score there. Otherwise, you should have a number here. The number will be some kind of a decimal. And that decimal is what you need to look at and reflect on today. It might say things like 3.64, etc. Do not look at your overall grade in Canvas. That is not accurate for what your class grade is. It's calculated differently. It uses a different mathematical calculation. So don't do that. And let's see what's going on with this grade reflection. Okay, so when you click on that and the grade reflection opens, you will want to look at this carefully. So this is how you figure out what your grade is, and this is to put you in control and give you the opportunity to know what the grade is and control the outcome. So you're going to round up if the score ends with a 0.7, but only on 2s and 3s. So for example, if you see that you have a 2.7, you can round that to a 3. If you have a 2.5 though, you've got to round that down to 2. That is only true on 2s and 3s. If it's a 3.7 or higher, that goes to a 4. But then we have down here for 1s. Anything that's 1.7 and lower is a 1. So 1.7 goes down to a 1. Anything that's 1.8 and higher goes to a 2. So this is where you need to become aware. So look at each score, and then you're going to mark what it rounds to. So my score for 1.7, if you have this is on assignment 1.7. If you have a 2.3, for example, then 2.3 rounds to a 2 because it's more than 1.8, but not as much as 2.7. So you would round that. Fill that in for each assignment listed here. These are all the assignments included on your quarter 3 grade. And then mark all that apply here, starting on number 24. This is how you kind of start to really dig in deep and figure out your grade. So I have all 3s or 4s. Is that true for you? If so, click. I have mostly 3s or 4s, but I have some 2s. If that's true, click. So read these carefully and mark all that really apply for you, including things like, I really need help, and I will look at this and make sure that I come back and help you. Then be really honest with yourself. Do you do all the practice work? Do you stop and not come back? Do you do practice assignments sometimes? Because remember, not everything I give you is a graded assignment, but the practice really does impact your grade because it impacts how well you do on graded work. Now, use the information below to respond to number 10. This is how you know the final grade for quarter 3. If you have all 4s or more 4s than 3 and no 2s or 1s, that would be an A. If you have all 3s or more 3s than 4s and no 1s, that's a B. If you have at least 1 4 in a target, not just in an assignment, and no more than 1 2 and the rest 3s, that's a B. All 3s with 1 2 and no 1s, that's a B. Mostly 2s with some 3s and no 1s is a C. If you have 2s in all of your targets, the targets being listening, speaking, reading, writing, and culture, that's a D. If you have some or all 1s, I'm going to give you an incomplete, and I will change that to a letter grade after you work with me to raise your scores, or the semester ends and I will move it to an N for lack of sufficient evidence, or let's say that you have enough to get a D, I'll change your I to a D instead. If I give you an I, it's me giving you more room, grace, and space to complete work because I feel that you are working on it and able to do that. Then drag your grade, whatever it is, over into the box, what you've calculated it to be, and then write a mini reflection. Here are some things to help spark your thinking, but just what are you doing that's helping you? What are you doing that's not? What do you want to keep doing? What do you want to improve on? This is where you're going to just describe that. And then please, please, if you need help, just email me. Stay during the work portion of class. We have time every single day for that. I can meet with you after school, whatever we need to do. I'm here to support you. So click any of these that apply and then submit that reflection. I hope this helps you feel in control and aware of your grade. And I want you to know you can resubmit anything you've submitted for a higher score or any late work for full credit. Hasta pronto. Adios.